its guilty verdicts on both counts. Ali Harbi Ali found guilty in a very short jury deliberation of the murder of Sir David Amess, the MP he stabbed to death in his constituency surgery last October, and also guilty of preparing acts of terrorism. Not clear yet whether Ali Harbi Ali, the 26-year-old man described as a fanatical, radicalised terrorist, will be sentenced today, but he's clearly facing a mandatory life sentence in prison for the murder of Sir David Amess. The prosecution had described this as a cold, calculated murder carried out because of a warped, twisted and violent ideology. Carried out, said the prosecutor at the start of this 3-week trial, by a bloodthirsty, committed, fanatical, radicalised Islamic terrorist. Now, unusually, Ali Harbi Ali had admitted stabbing to death the MP, but he had denied murder throughout his trial. He'd given evidence in his own defence and had said that he didn't believe that the word murder was legal. He explained during his evidence that he had killed the MP because Sir David Amess had voted to bomb Syria, bomb ISIS positions in Syria, going back to 2015. So Ali Harbi Ali, who had also considered killing other MPs, including cabinet ministers, had singled out Sir David Amess, according to his evidence in court, because he had supported the killing of Muslims in Syria. He went on to say killing Sir David Amess might stop more Muslims being killed. His lawyer had argued towards the end of this trial that although the jury had heard compelling evidence of Ali Harbi's guilt, he wasn't guilty, said the lawyer, the defence lawyer, to the jurors, until you say so. Well, the judge finished his summing up at 12:20 today, and by our rough calculation, it took the jury about 20 minutes or so to decide that Ali Harbi Ali was guilty on both verdicts.
Martin, it's extraordinary. Well, the trial has been extraordinary, hasn't it? And it heard how he spent years hatching this plot. And as you said, he did research a number of high-profile targets, all of them political, Michael Gove, Dominic Raab, and Sir Keir Starmer, before he settled on David Amess.
Yes, according to the prosecution, this attack on Sir David Amess, or a murderous attack on an MP, had been planned for some years. In fact, the prosecution pointed out that the knife, a very long knife that Ali Harbi Ali used to stab Sir David Amess, had been bought 5 years earlier. But he had certainly wrecked the home of Michael Gove a number of times, according to the evidence produced in court. But Dominic Raab had also been one of his potential targets, so too Sir Keir Starmer, the Labour leader. But according to the prosecution, he settled on Sir David Amess and travelled from his home in North London on that day, and in fact jurors were shown CCTV from a number of cameras that plotted Ali Harbi's journey from North London to Sir David Amess's Essex constituency in Southend. And I think by anybody's measure, interpretation, Ali Harbi Ali looked very calm, strolling along the streets of North London and then the streets of Southend, almost nonchalantly, carrying a knapsack in which, said the prosecution, he carried the knife. He had tricked his way into a meeting with Sir David Amess, who was holding his regular Friday surgery for constituents. He had claimed to be planning to move into the constituency. So he had very easy access to Sir David Amess, who clearly had no idea of what was about to happen. In fact, according to witnesses, it wasn't really until the moment that Ali Harbi produced the knife in his face-to-face confrontation with the MP that Sir David Amess suddenly became aware of the danger he faced. He was stabbed 21 times. There were also defensive wounds to his hands. So it sounds as though he put up what fight he could, but clearly succumbed to 21 stab wounds.
Martin Brunt, thank you so much. Go ahead, Martin.
Sorry, I was just about to tell you that I was asking the question about sentencing. I'm told by a colleague that Ali Harbi Ali will be sentenced on Wednesday. But he does face a mandatory life sentence, of course. It'll be up to the judge to decide the minimum sentence that he must serve in prison before the chance of parole. Of course, he could give him a whole life sentence.
OK, Martin Brunt for us outside the Old Bailey. Martin, thank you so much.